What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, the brother Robert Mason coming through with a donation once again via the PayPal. Much respect to you for showing love to Too Raw for TV. Man, Judge Joe Brown, in my opinion, just put out one of the most scathing attacks on on Kamala Harris and her supporters that I've ever heard on YouTube. When I say scathing, I don't mean like vulgarities. I'm talking about straight surgical precision of the issues that many people have with her even running for that office, the office of President of the United States. To say that he doesn't believe that she's deserving of even being on the ticket is one of the grossest understatements of all time. Okay? Let me say pretty much in a nutshell what he was talking about. So basically, he was on Kwame Brown's channel just now, right? And he was talking about what I talk about and what other people talk about. And let me say this before I go forward. Um, Someone said something to me today that I found a little offensive. Okay, they know who they are. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna single that person out. I'm gonna say that I got an accusation of being misogynistic, right? That I'm bringing up, I'm bringing up, what I'm saying, Kamala's alleged sexual prowess. Okay. Now look, when it comes to the ordinary, regular person, what you do in your bedroom is your business. Okay. A private person, that's your business. Um, Here's where it gets sticky for Kamala, no pun intended. You cannot run for president of the United States and think that they're not going to look through your past with a fine tooth comb and look under every, uh, look in every cupboard, check every nook and cranny for things that people don't like. That's just what happens when you enter the public sphere. That's what happens. And as I said before, we can't give this woman a pass. This is the thing that kills me. Okay, I'm a misogynist now because I'm treating her equally. We look at Donald Trump's sexual past, the allegations that he has done things to women that he shouldn't be doing. Bill Clinton, I don't need to even go into detail about some of the things that he's been accused of that I found disgusting, right? I don't think he was fit for the presidency. I don't think Donald Trump was fit for the presidency. Okay? And I've said so multiple times. But I'm supposed to ignore Kamala Harris's stuff because she's a woman. So you want me to give her a pass and treat her unequally on that issue. But everything else, we're supposed to be equal. So this is what kills me. You want special treatment, but you want to be equal on the things that favor you, but on unfavorable things, you don't want equal treatment. You want to be still treated special. Don't work like that. That's not what equality is about. And by the way, misogyny is when a man has a hatred of women. Criticizing someone who happens to be a woman Is it misogyny? And I think people too often use terms that don't apply. That's one of them. Another term that sometimes is used and it doesn't apply is calling someone a racist at times or sexist or all these other terms, uh, phobic. All these. But you know what? I'm not gonna. I just had to get out of my chest, man, because I'm tired of me trying to be fair, but then it's not enough. You want me to cheerlead this person? I'm not gonna do that. I told you I'm not for her. I'm not for Trump. And I don't know why you guys aren't hearing this. Maybe if that's too much for you, then look, you got other channels for that. They'll say the things you want to hear. But let me get to this. So basically, he brought up all of that and saying he don't respect a woman who gets to where Kamala is, lying on her back, and that there are millions of women, in particular black women in this country, who have no desire to vote for Kamala Harris and won't do it. They don't. They will not vote for her. And I've had multiple women who have subscribed to me and said they won't vote for her based on her past. They don't. They don't rock with that. She's not a great representation of black women. He also brought up the fact that she does not have any ties really to what we call fundamental black people. You know what I'm saying? And she doesn't. She doesn't share in our pain. She doesn't share in our overall struggle. She doesn't know what it's like to be a black person growing up in this country. Not really. She doesn't have that shared heritage that we all have. It's funny. They're supposed to be the party for black people, but everybody that they've nominated, including Barack Obama, don't really have our shared history. And the one guy that was fighting to get in, Jesse Jackson, they blocked. Because technically, the 88 primaries, shouldn't Reggie Jackson, uh, shouldn't Jesse Jackson have been the VP since he came in second to Mike Dukakis in those primaries? But he had no intentions of doing it. Why? Because they think they don't. First of all, they don't trust us, and secondly, they think that we're electoral poison. But they want our vote all the time. So he talked about that. He also brought up the fact that she used black men to get to where she wanted to get to, and then oftentimes turned her back, pun intended, on those black men, like she did Willie Brown. And then once she got to where she wanted to go, she went elsewhere. And then that her and her husband are part of a country club that has a long history of discriminating against black people. He talked about how world leaders more than likely won't respect America because they won't respect her. And it has nothing on her being a woman. It has nothing to do with that. I've said time and time again that if there's one woman that will run for president right now that I will vote for in a heartbeat, even though I have my issues with her husband, I would vote for Michelle Obama. Why? Because Michelle Obama knows what it's like to be a black person in this country. Okay? I feel like the Michelle Obama that we got in the DNC was the real Michelle Obama who spoke her mind. And I said to many people, they can vouch for me, once I watched her speech and I saw how people reacted to her, I said the Democrats nominated the wrong woman. It's a shame she doesn't want to run for the presidency because I think she would beat the shit out of Donald Trump. And that's a real woman, not this fraud, this abomination that's on the ticket, in my opinion. Okay? He also talked about her supporters and that if you vote for Kamala, especially the more rabid supporters of hers, then by extension, and I've said this time and time again myself, by extension, you support everything else that goes along with that ticket, including, and this is the thing, and this is the message Judge Joe Brown put out there, and I agree with this. It's ironic that many people are, especially women, are supporting Kamala based on identity politics only. But yet you'll accuse other people. This is the irony of the situation. A lot of Kamala Harris supporters will accuse a white person. It's true. You'll accuse a white person of being a bigot for voting for Trump. But you don't see anything wrong with you voting for Kamala only because she's a woman. Only because of that. Doesn't matter if she's not qualified or anything like that. Doesn't matter if she has a long history of not caring about our community. You're just going to vote for her because of your own narcissism. That's pretty much what it is. The Democrats been running game on us for a long time, and it continues. It continues. It continues. And like I said, I'm not saying Trump is the answer. I'm not saying that. But it's just amazing how every 2 to 4 years we complain about the same goddamn things. And we fall for a hook, line, and sinker every goddamn 2 to 4 years. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. But it's amazing how women will vote for her while at the same time she is supporting an agenda which will have, in effect, have people who are trying to replace you in academia, in the social structure, in sports, in life. People who are masquerading as you. You're supporting that. So as I say, if you're going to support that, fine. Don't come to me and other content creators when the agenda gets pushed further. Oh, too raw. Talk about how this person who's pretending to be someone like me said this. Well, look, man, I'm done. I'm done. I said sit it out as a protest. Even if that other dude wins. Fuck it. Teach him a lesson to actually listen to us for a change. No, you can't do it. You just keep falling for the banana and the tailpipe every single goddamn time. So keep doing. So I'm done. I'm done. Go vote for it. And I don't want to hear no, so you're saying that Trump is the answer. You have a listening comprehension problem of the utmost. You can't listen for shit, can you? You can't. You can't listen, you can't hear. So yeah, at the end of the day, they run the same game on us all the time, and it's going to work. It's like it's working again. And the thing about it is, the vast majority of Americans don't support the agenda. But identity politics, it works. And I'm not saying it don't work on the other side. It does work. It works on the other side because a lot of poor white people don't vote their interests. They do the same thing. Oh, well, if you don't vote for Trump, the Negroes gonna take all your jobs. They're gonna take you. They're gonna take this and take that. The Latinos gonna take this. They do the same game. But the reason why I'm more talking about the Democrats is because I'm not a white man. I'm not a poor white guy. That's not my people. You got a lot of Bubba Bexleys on here and Bubba Gump Jumps on here that's going to talk to them. These are my people. So for all of the, why don't you talk about the? Because they ain't my people, man. Stop trying to game me, bro. I know what you're doing. Okay, all these moving the goalposts, trying to flip flop, flip flam, you know what I'm saying? Reverse psychology stuff. Look, I know what I'm. Don't try it, man. At the end of the day, they have a hold on us. They have mental shackles on us, and we can't break free. Very few of us are breaking free. We can't see the forest for the trees when it comes to them. All they got to do is say, hey, this guy, he's the devil. If he gets in, he's going to make it worse. And we fall for it. Joe Biden literally 10, 12 years ago said if Romney gets elected, he's going to put us in chains. And we bought it. You know how stupid that looks? So, yeah, at the end of the day, it's like it's working. It's working, man. It's working. It's working. They know how to game us, man. And then what's going to happen is if she does win, when we say, hey, what about this issue, that issue, they're gonna put up deuces and say, see you in 2 years, idiots, in the midterms. And after that, we'll see you another 2 years. And then we're gonna run the same game. Meanwhile, everybody else in the Democratic coalition is gonna get something for their vote, and we can't even get a hate crime bill passed to protect us, let alone reparations. We can't even get that done. And you think that she's gonna do it? But my brother LB says she's promising all these pie in the sky things. Why she can't do it right now? Isn't she the second most powerful person in government? Why she can't do it right now? Why haven't they done the last 4 years? She's talking like she's an outsider. She's in Washington right now. Why can't she do these things now? Why can't Biden do these things now? Or at least attempt to push these things. Attempt to push them. They have no intention of doing it. And then another thing I want to say before I end this video, she's using another boogeyman tactic by screaming that, if old boy gets in, he's going to take away your right to choose. The Supreme Court decides those things, not the president. The president can't do that. Even Ronald Reagan knew that was a losing issue. You see, right now, Donald Trump and Vance are backtracking on that issue, the abortion issue. You know why? Because, like I've been screaming, people say I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been screaming to the heavens that that's a losing issue, in particular the women. And right now, what are the polling showing? That Donald Trump, for the first time, is really seriously losing white women. That's why he's backtracking on that. And like I said before, that's a Supreme Court issue. But they think that we're stupid, and we're just going to buy anything they say. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, I agree with Judge Joe Brown. I agree with Judge Joe Brown, man. Like I said before, I try to be fair, but it's not enough, It's not enough for people. So you know what? In this one, I editorialized. In this one, I didn't play the fair thing. I told you how I really feel. I think she's a horrible candidate. And the Democrats nominated the wrong woman. It should have been Michelle Obama.